Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial where I'd like to explain you another way to use the Fast Canyon Creator metanode. In this tutorial we are going to create a terrain like this. This is an example terrain I've already created and work with World Machine to achieve something different. Add erosion, cost erosion here to add C later, and erosion on the mountains, on this kind of rock formations generated by this particular way to use Fast Canyon Creator. It's really easy. If we go inside the function editor, you can see that there is this function. This is the Fast Canyon Creator metanode, and this is a terrain fractal. Now, inside the Fast Canyon Creator settings, in the main terrain, the invert altitude is 0.5, because in this case, the main terrain is completely flat. Watch, if I increase this one, the canyons are generated. If I go down with this value, the canyons are inverted. But at 0.5, the canyons are completely disappeared. And so, here are visible just the additional detail, the geological cracks and the strata filter. So if I combine this metanode with this fractal, I can add to this fractal, in this case the terrain fractal, a simple terrain fractal, I can add to this fractal this kind of effect. So I can achieve a new terrain that has a basic shape different from the default fractal in Fast Canyon Creator. And this is the terrain we have created. You can see here the effect of the cracks and a little bit of strata too, I think. Now, this is just an example. You can play and achieve a completely different result. For example, let's go here and we can, for example, increase the tilt angle. Click OK. And OK. We have this very interesting kind of terrain. Anyway, just experiment with this fractal, and you can combine even other fractals. Of course, you can do everything inside the function editor. Play with the function editor because it isn't so hard like it can be at the beginning. So, basically, I'd like to close this one to delete the modification. Edit again this object because I want just to show you a little bit more the settings inside the function editor if you want to reproduce exactly this terrain. Okay, here you can see all you need, but basically is the default settings. Maybe I changed something now, I don't remember exactly. Okay. Now we must export this terrain and work inside the World Machine to add erosion. You must click here to change resolution at 4096 by 4096. I will pause this tutorial to avoid the time, the waiting time. Okay, view as elaborating this steering is very detailed steering. Now we need to export this steering. If you want, you can change to standard, but it's not really necessary if you want just export the steering. Just click here to export and select the destination, and it's important you must select here the format, because if you don't select this format, will save the file in 3ds format, but we don't need it. I usually export in TGA. And for example, let's save on desktop here, and now I'm going to write just test steering. I'm going to select TGA, save, and click OK. Now View will ask you if you want 16-bit resolution, and you must answer yes. Okay. Now I'd like to show you the terrain we have just exported in a better preview. Okay, this is a final render of our terrain, and you can see that it's very detailed terrain. The fractal terrain is one of my favorites, and here you can see the effect of the metanode, the geological tracks of Scania Creator. This is the terrain that now we are going to load inside the world machine. Okay, now I'm inside the world machine, and this is the world finished, so I already worked with world machine to achieve this result. This is the starting point. I'd like now to make make the erosion. Yes, 1024 by 1024 could be a good preview. Okay, and click on build. This kind of elaboration is faster or slower according by your machine and the number of nodes you are using inside your function. This is very similar to the functionator of Vue in many aspects. Yes, of course it's different in the graphic, but it's basically the same thing. You have got different fractal input as input node, or you can, like in this case, load an image generated by other software, and you have got different node like erosion. In this case, I've used the super erosion macro by Daxpandy. Layout generator, I show you what it means, and coaster erosion, that is one of the basic tool inside the world machine. Click OK. Now this is our starting point. Here we can see a preview in 3D, and it's exactly the terrain we have created inside Vue. You can see the different altitude, but this is a problem that we can solve in a very easy way. So this is the start point. After all the effects applied in the world machine, this is the final result. I think this is a very good steering. The resolution of 4026 by 4096 by 4096 is necessary to the details, because at higher resolution we can still see some details. Now we are at 1024 by 1024, but the terrain is at a higher resolution. So to have the final render, just slide this setting this resolution, a normal build resolution, to 4096 by 4096 and rebuild again, but this time we need more time. So I'd like to show you exactly what can be realized with this function. This is the input file. Here there are several input node generator. Layout generator, I talk about this later. The Perlin noise, advanced Perlin noise, that is the same fractal but with more advanced function, a constant flat tearing, gradient generator, the radial generator, a Voronoi fractal like in view, color generator, and file input, and tile file input. This is for advanced use, but we are not interested to this. This is the file we used here, file input. With a double click we go inside the settings. We can choose here the file. In this case, for example, we can choose our desktop. No, this one, test steering, TGA. And we have got the same result because the steering is the same. Clamp. I use always this filter, one of the filter, is the clamp filter, because I can adjust the attitude. Watch here in the preview what happened, change this one. And I can normalize input to have value from 0 to 1, so it's very useful. Now the output of the clamp go in two different directions: super erosion macro, the erosion bipod spinner, and erosion, my personal setting erosion. That go inside the coastal erosion. So this is divided in two: super macro erosion by Lexpendi, my personal erosion settings, and the coastal erosion, and here a chooser. This is a tool that is very similar to the combiner node in view, but this is the ratio that select or this one according with this output, this altitude, this height field map, and then we have got the output file. Now I'd like to create with you, starting by just this point, this function inside World Machine. I do with you this operation in the next part of this video tutorial. Now I'd like to thank you for watching this video tutorial, and stay tuned to see the second part. Thank you very much again.